Hi guys, welcome to Maria's Golden Hour episode 10. We're on the 10 now. We're reaching the double digits. Yeah, that's what we on right now. So if you graduated from first grade, then you know number 10 is a double digit. We with the 1 and the 0. And hopefully we add another 0. And then another 0. And then maybe, I don't even think that last 0 was possible. But if we get there, we're going to stay there. Period. Hi guys, welcome to Maria's Golden Hour. This is episode 10. And go check out my TikTok, my Instagram. You can find me anywhere and everywhere. My podcast is on any platform. So why are you not listening to me? Oh, I know why. Because you like the YouTube version. Because you like looking at all of this goodness right here. And for the people in the back that can't see all of this good deliciousness of me, look at my YouTube. Because I have a YouTube channel, guys. That is where you can see how good I look and see where the sexy ass voice is coming from. You're like, damn, this bitch sound good. This bitch sound like a phone operator or something. Maybe I can call her and pay her every once in a while to just hear her talk to me and shit. Cause she sound good. Put a face to the voice, baby, cause I look good too. This voice ain't no friend. I don't look busted behind the camera, babes. No, I look good. So yeah, I got a YouTube channel. Go find me anywhere and everywhere. Let's get into this shit though. So let's talk about me. I applied. I don't know if I said this, but I applied for a job. What? I thought you wasn't gonna apply for a job until you hit rock bottom. Well, I'm here. And I'm not liking the surface. And I'm not exactly at rock bottom. But since I've been dumped and I've been processing it, because I'm happy low key that I got fired, because I cannot go to work and then process it. I feel like when you working and you're trying to process a breakup, for some people it's very helpful to get them over it. But I also feel like sometimes that builds up you don't fully process it because you're distracting yourself from your emotions. So you're not fully processing your emotions because you don't have enough time to be alone with yourself to fully reflect on what happened and why it happened and how it happened and how you feel about how it happened. If you're angry, and everything. So I feel like when you're working, you're distracting yourself. You don't have enough time to cope with everything. But I feel like if you are forced to be alone with these emotions, you're gonna have to really figure out, how am I going to survive without this person in my life? Because I feel like every time we break up, we're like, how the fuck are we going to survive without this person? Because, I have no one to talk to no more. And, my best friend is gone. I'm still thinking like that. Don't get it twisted. But I'm moving on. I'm doing the stages of grief right now. And I don't know what stage I'm on. Because I still feel like he's a bitch for dumping me. Sometimes, no offense. Really offended actually, but I understand why he dumped me. And before y'all start getting the Lulus, I am far from the problem of why he dumped me. That man was lucky to have me in his life with all of this flavor I was giving in and out of the bedroom. Don't get it twisted in this bitch, okay? You don't need to have sex to fall in love with me. Trust me, I got niggas fall in love with me over the phone. Don't play with a bitch. That's such a bad bitch goal. That's such a bad bitch accomplishment, to get a nigga to fall in love with you over the phone. You fall in love with my voice? Because I promise you, phone sex really don't be that deep sometimes. Bitches be faking it. Because I just feel like sometimes it be hot, but after you get the bleep part, it's just okay, next. But anyway, so I'm just processing it, and I've been alone in my room. I've been haven't been working for a minute. I've been doing my little DoorDash shit, collecting my little bills, my little cheddar change, and I just feel like it's time for me to move on. And guess how? So you guys remember how I said I was in my villain era, my little witchy era, my little break these niggas heart stealing money era. But we gonna do it classy-ish. A little bit more classy, because I don't plan on sleeping with no one. I saw this one girl on TikTok, do not know any of her information, but bitch, if you see this, sorry, that was out of your character. But I just said that friendly, not rudely. But if you see this, I swear, if I did not see that video, I probably would have been walking around with HIV by now. But I love what she said. And she was like, she said she's practicing abstinence. I so forgot that word. Holy shit. She's practicing abstinence ever since she got like break up, and then she was like figuring out how like to be alone. And then after a while she started realizing like none of the guys she talked to is accepting her abstinence, or like that she wants to wait before she like starts being intimate with someone. Like she wants to wait to be a relationship to be intimate, and like guys are like iffy about that. I did that when I was younger, but then COVID hit and I thought I was gonna die and I wanted to quit college. I was like, let me have my little rebel phase, and I learned a lesson. Don't worry what it is, but I learned one, and not thank God, because I was fucked up, but it happened and I'm good. I'm great-ish. But yeah, so I was like, I should still do that. So I'm gonna break these niggas' hearts. She did it the more like, spiritual healing way. I'm doing the more like villain way, like Maleficent-ish, because we all know Maleficent was fucking a bad bitch in that movie. Like, ugh. You did your thing, sis. But anyway, so guess where I'm gonna work? I applied. I am looking for gym jobs. And if you're wondering why, then you're dumb. And if you know why, a wink. Wink. You know what I'm saying? Because why not? Like I feel like my old job, I was around all like mature older people. They're all like in their like late 20s and stuff like that and higher. And so like being like 19, 18 working there, it was just like, it was so weird because no one was attractive enough for me to be like, hey, yo. Like, I didn't have no one to flirt with because, no. And just like, it was like not giving. Everybody was cool. Some of my coworkers were chill as fuck, honestly. They were all so sweet, they were so sweet. Love you guys, love. But yeah, they were so sweet. So sweet. Every time I think of them, there's like two people I think of specifically. One person. Love you, bitch. But yeah, so it was just like, I need to be around people my age. I need to flirt. I loved high school. One thing I miss about high school the most is the flirting. I flirted with, and not with guys, with bitches. I miss flirting with bitches. I'm not flirting with bitches now, because in high school is one thing, in the real world it's another. Sometimes you can flirt with bitches, other times bitches is I'm sorry, girls, you're just not giving, and I like a little bit more than P. So it's just like, no, thank you. But maybe, possibly. So I was like, why not apply to a gym? I can finally see people my age, do a little bit of flirting and make a little bit of cheddar. Not a lot, because they do not pay you to work receptionist at a gym. Just know that. If you're not a fitness instructor, like a fitness trainer at a gym, you're not getting paid the big bucks, okay? No, it's just not gonna happen. But if you're a trainer, you will get paid some decent money. Turns out, go to those little chain little places. They actually pay you some pretty pennies. But like, yeah, I feel like you should go to a rich neighborhood though, because like, we all know our cheap asses ain't really trying to work out and do this shit for real. Like, a few out of pile. Sometimes we just go to like we trying to work out. But yeah, so I was like, why not go? And then I can get a free membership, because I feel like the gym membership thing is complete bullshit. I'm not paying $60 to look good after a dump. No, I need free gym memberships. So this is my shout out. I already put in like 2 applications to 2 gyms in 2 different areas. I picked areas where it's like more populated, not giving. No one here is giving. There probably are people giving, but I'm just not seeing it with my pupils. So to me, it's not giving. So I picked my bread and butter. I picked Detroit, and I picked a little bit of Dearborn, a little bit of Dearborn places, because the Arabs, just like, so I'm taking some steps. It's not gonna pay me a lot at all. It's not gonna cover my bills. My bills, for some reason, is expensive. My stepmom say, oh, they ain't real bills because you don't gotta pay lights, you don't gotta pay. No, she said, you don't gotta pay all the, like, you don't gotta pay consistent bills, you don't gotta pay rent, you don't gotta pay mortgage. I don't give a fuck. If I gotta pay monthly bills to the price where it is right now, I'm paying bills, ho. No offense, I'm sorry. Don't see this, but like, I pay bills, nigga. Don't play with me. Okay? If you see this, we both know I pay bills because I put money in this shit. Okay, I'm planning on taking care of you if this shit is successful. Sorry, guys. I just had to say that to her real quick. Sorry you had to like get in the middle of my family kerfuffle. But I swear to God, these parents, they don't respect us, guys. Us kids, we gotta stick together because I feel like our parents aren't respecting us nowadays. I feel like they out here taking us for fools. Okay, for my 2000 babies. My 2000 baby that's growing up, turning 20 and shit like me. And we live in our parents' houses. I feel like they don't respect us and take us seriously because I don't understand why I'm a joke to you. She made me feel like I'm a joke sometimes. She's like, you don't pay no real bills. Why I gotta make you appointments? You grown. You grown. You pay bills. Remember, you pay bills. You grown. Those two things don't apply together. I'm not saying I'm grown just because I pay bills. I'm a child that pays bills. You feel me? Like, quit playing with me. I'm a child that pays bills. I'm not an adult that pays bills. I can't make my own doctor's appointments, obviously. So get it together. I gotta see the dentist. I got a cavity. Like, I've been waiting forever. And then she was supposed to give me my eyeglass appointment. I still don't got no new glasses. Like, what are you doing? And then, crazy part is, we made an appointment before that, and she forgot to tell me about it. Like, what are you doing? Aren't you supposed to be my mother? You're my secretary. Get it together, mother. Like, I bought you flowers. Like, what are you doing? I love you. Go do your job. You sleeping. You clean a house every once in a while. You make me dinner sometimes. Barely, but you do it sometimes. But like, I don't understand. But anyway, let's move on to, because that was my week though. So if you wonder how I'm doing, thank you for listening. But let's get into something to talk about, because we seriously need to talk about this, because I'm doing this and it is called Influencer Live. What? Why we gotta talk about that? Well, we have to talk about it because this shit is hard. For my influencers out there, if you're seeing this, are you okay? Are you mentally and physically okay? Because I don't think so, because I know your room is a mess. Your room is dirty. You got bottles everywhere, chips everywhere. You probably got clothes to the floors. You probably got clothes packed to the fucking ceiling. You probably sleeping in the bed with bears staring you dead in the face. Like, why is your room so dirty? And you're just sitting here scrolling through, looking at your social media feed, trying to figure out who you gotta follow, what videos you should post, editing, and what people gonna like. And you're like, oh my god, this video looks so cool. I should so copy this later. Let me put this in my saves. Like, continue. You want to know how I know this? Is I do that same thing. And I don't think I'm okay. I don't know if I'm okay. Are you okay? Because if you aren't, hit me up. Because we got to figure this shit out. Because we got to get it together. We got to have a little AA meeting. Because I need to know if I'm the only one that do the shit I do. With no judgment. And no one can, expose me. Because you can't expose people in your AA meetings. You, make a vow to, forever silence, I think. I don't know. I might be there one day. Let's see how this shit plays out, and I'll let you know if Future Maria ever officially goes to a proper AA meeting, because we don't know where this bitch going. We don't know where this tunnel ends. Trust and believe. I don't know which way I'm gonna go. I might make the left on accident, but the influencer life is hard. Guys, this shit is crazy. I feel like sometimes the editing process is exciting and fun when it's small shit, but when it's big stuff, it's really ugh. Like, to me, I like music. I love music in the background of doing stuff. When I'm working, I like music. When I'm cleaning, I like music. If you don't like music, what's wrong with you? Because I know why we like music. It's people like, you like music because you listen to music all the time because you can't be alone with your personal thoughts. I am alone with my personal thoughts. I'm alone with my personal thoughts when music is playing. I'm alone with my personal thoughts when I am sleeping. I'm alone with my personal thoughts before I even press play on the music, okay? I am always alone with these thoughts. You know what the music does? It overpowers the thoughts, because these beats be busting and these lyrics be hitting just the right way for me to forget that these thoughts are telling me, just like the candle that's right above the curtain that is 2 inches from each other, because the house might get set on fire, but you might be able to put it out in time. Because I've been really, my inner thought, bro, I've been seeing so many videos of people with their inner thoughts actually happening. I don't know what the caption is, and it's some when your inner thoughts like actually escape or something. Fuck. I wish I could see it. So yeah, I just like, I don't know what to do. So don't be coming at me, okay? I like music. If you like music, there's something wrong with you. You probably got sane inner thoughts, and you just like listening to music all the time. So I listen to music. So when I'm editing, I like to think like, I like to play music in the background, but you can't do that. I feel like if people play music in the background or editing, like if they're editing like YouTube videos and shit, or like anything like serious, like where you have to pay attention and like cut out dumb shit you say so people don't come at you for being a racist bitch, you know? You have to focus and pay attention because you do not want that shit to slip and get out into the world. Because I swear to God, I've been seeing so many people caught lacking with their editing, and I do not want to be one of those people, guys. Because I swear I don't know if I can handle it. I see how hard y'all come, and I don't know if I got the gal, like the gal. I don't know if I got the gut. I don't know what people say in that moment, but like the gal, I feel like it's the gal. I don't know if I got the gal to like delete my TikTok account. Like, I'm ignoring the haters. I don't see because I thought I did. But then, like, I got a comment, and I was like, damn, what you mean? And then I deleted it. And I was like, why did you delete that? It wasn't even that deep, you know? They probably didn't see how they meant it. I'm like, damn, can I handle this life? I'm here now. I'm doing it. I'm gonna stay committed. So I'm like, why not? So, like, that's another thing. Influencer life is hard. Like, so I'm just like, I don't know if I got the gal for that. So like I like to listen to music. And then like I feel like you can't listen to music when you're editing. And so it's just like I feel like the editing process sometimes is just like so it's like hard sometimes. It gets boring. I get so bored with myself, you know? Like sometimes I get tired of listening to myself. I know you don't worry though. Don't worry. Don't get it twisted thinking, oh, if you don't like listening to it, then I shouldn't watch it. No, that's not what I said. I said, I listened to this shit about like 7 times in one day. I'm not telling your ass to sit down, listen to me talk repeatedly like the same shit for 7 times. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that each episode got a little bit of something different in it. Go watch them in order and shit. That's what I'm saying. Well, for me, since I'm editing this shit behind closed doors, there's shit in here that is so fucking boring that I gotta listen to myself. Okay? You get all the good and juicy shit. My sad ass gotta listen to me talk about fucking electrics and shit, talking about fucking lights and shit. I was talking about lights for like 2 hours. And I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? I deleted all of that shit. One time I was going about my ex 2 days before he dumped me and I was gonna post it. I'm like, I can't keep this shit here. I look so fucking retarded. I had to listen to myself talk for 2 hours about this nigga. So I'm like, oh, I love him. Oh, we gonna work this. Interracial relationships are crazy, but it's okay. I was going on for it. I had to listen to that. You ain't gonna see that. You don't even know about that. Do you? No, you don't. So watch this shit in order. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, being an influencer is just like, it's hard. And the professionals out there, how you fake your personalities, just like a round of applause, people. These people, these influencers that like fake it till they make it, the clout chasing like cadets. I'm so sorry if that was like wrong to salute for influencers, but it was just like, don't take it seriously. It wasn't that deep. Influencers, bro, like the people that put their back into this shit to fake their personalities just so y'all can hate them or like find something wrong or like anything on God's green earth is crazy. The commitment. Okay, there are so many people that are committed to the act that it blows my mind. In the way we fall for it, including me. Don't get it twisted. I fall for this shit too. That's how good they are. It's just like, wow. A round of applause. Just like a round of applause to you, sir and ma'am. Because don't think I'm like specifically chasing someone. I'm not at all. I'm just talking in general. Because you know you do it. You know you do it. And if you feel offended, then I'm talking to you. And if you're like, oh, she's talking about this bitch, I probably am. But do I know it? Not at all. Because there's a gaggle of you hoes. And I'm not going to expose anyone because I have no receipts. Absolutely none. But if anyone know who I'm talking about, that bitch, she's putting on an act for you, ho. And she playing you like a fiddle. And you're falling for it. And don't believe her. But trust me, on the outside, that bitch is hurting because these influencers act like these comments just like water off a duck back is crazy. Because I know these bitches be hurting. Because like I don't understand how people don't look at comments. Because you look at comments and see the good comments, and then as you're scrolling, you're like, oh shit, this nigga just said my forehead is so big it looked like Mars. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, hell no, man. What the?
Is it? You know, like I saw that Kai thing, like that one Kai clip where he like raised his eyebrows so his forehead looks smaller. So I was like, do I gotta do this shit? You know, like am I sinking them or am I raising them? I can't tell. But like, you know, like that's what I felt like when I like saw that shit. I was like, damn, that's rough, you know? So if I feel like that for one, imagine when y'all attack these hoes, be like, hey yo, don't go yourself for Christmas. What? You want me to jump off a building because I said I don't like Asian? Like, romantically? Damn. You know? Like, that shit is crazy to me. But yeah, influencers, I don't know how you do it, but clap it up to you, you know? Clap for yourself if you see this. If you're an influencer and you listen to me, you're so sweet, thank you. And clap it up for yourself and go tell people to listen to me because you got a platform I don't. Thank you. I just can't chase myself. Social media update. Oh my god. Guys, I've been wanting to do this. This is like one reason why I wanted to record. I've been so excited to record this episode because of this tea that has been going on, and I wanted to jump on it before I am too late. Because, so, if you guys have not been up to date with this Krishan and Blueface, it has been going on for the whole like 9 months to like for a year now of like the drama between these two ever since Krishan announced that she was pregnant. Guys, we was all there for her in the beginning stages of her pregnancy when she announced like she and Blueface wasn't together anymore and like all the bad bitches at a rap game was hyping the girl up, showing sis out to tours and shit, supporting her through her journey of like being a single mother and like standing up for her big one and her son. I support her too, and we fast forward until like where she gives birth because we've been doing that this whole thing, and like there've been some controversies of how Blueface been coming at her, and like he been going for his baby mama, talking about like how we gonna take the kid and everything, like playing with her mentally. We all been there to support her, and she gives birth, and we're like, oh shit, she gave birth, congratulations, oh my god, she named it Krishan Jr. because that's what I said. Because you see, I was supporting her, I was proud. Supporting her, I was proud. So I was like, hey yo, period, fuck that nigga, you know, bitch ass nigga, fuck you, you know. And so then I started recently, I was like, okay, what are you doing? Because if you haven't noticed, if you guys don't know, recently Krishan did a little music video of Blueface talking about like baby mama drama and shit, and how like she back with him, and they had like the baby in the music video. And this is where we get to the tea that's been happening. So the baby. I don't know. Wait, I'm not sure if the baby's in the music video, but like, yeah, it's just like the baby's been going everywhere. So Krishan and Blueface link up so Blueface can meet the baby, and so we're hanging out. And if you see it, the first video that came out of people finding out they're linked up is them posting a video of Krishan and Blueface with the gang, and they all at a gas station, and you see Krishan holding the baby. Okay. I don't know if a baby should be out at a gas station full of niggas smoking cigs and shit, you know? But like, okay, it's okay, it's outside, it's her baby, you know? Like, come on now. And then later everybody's like, oh my gosh, she went back. So everybody was giving her hate for going back to Blueface, and she said like she was gonna name the baby Junior. She said she was gonna change the name to Blueface Junior because that's what Blueface wanted, and we here to please Blueface. It seems like before you come at me, let me finish. It seems like. So everybody was like, what the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with this bitch? What the fuck is this dumb bitch thinking? That's how I was. I was like, oh my god. I'm done with this hoe. But then I was like, wait, not really. I was like, not really wait, but I was like, wait, because let's see what happens. So I did that and I waited and I peeped what was happening. So recently, after like Blueface dipped and everything was happening, there's been some stuff coming out about Krishna and how she's like handling her baby. And there was a Walmart. There was a picture of her at Walmart and she was holding a baby in a carrier and a baby head was literally, I'm sorry, doing like this in a carrier. You know, he was sleeping with his head resting on his spine. But the carrier had padding in it while it was like that. So, I mean, not fully, but yeah. And like, the sizing she got was absolutely off. But I mean, like, at the same time, I feel like when it comes to like women having babies, you don't know how big your baby gonna be. Some people be having big babies, and some people have small babies. And her belly was, decently sized. So she probably thought she was gonna have like a little big baby, or she probably like just like sized up and some shit. Or because she was on tour and everything, she probably had it sized down. But again, I don't want you guys to blame her for going on tour while she was pregnant though, because if you think about it, she was probably going on tour to prepare for the baby so she can get her money from Blueface, because you see how he was acting. So imagine how he was acting behind closed doors. So she was probably preparing her money to leave Blueface and to get her grind and prepare, because she bought her house soon as she gave birth after and like moved in immediately. So it's like, don't come at her for doing that. So I feel like when she was doing that, she probably like got the baby stuff last minute and she sized up, because everything that baby was wearing was like a little bit too big, and like all his shit was just like too big for him. So I'm pretty sure like that probably happened with everything. So, and she was like, don't waste, because he gonna grow into it. That's what we all say. I feel like all our mama said, you gonna grow into that shit. Don't complain. Like, my mama bought me a coat that was like 5 sizes too large. I was a tiny child. She's like, yo, ass gonna grow into it. Keep it. That bitch is in my closet in the back, Still got that hoe to this day. Thank you, mama. It's cute and everything. So, I feel like that's what she was doing. That's why she was still using his stuff. And it was cute. He was cute in his little teddy bear outfit. Let's not play. It was adorable. We all thought it was cute. So, yeah, so she got some hate for that. And people was coming at her like, oh my god, call CPS. She don't know what she doing. And then Blueface was hopping in a little bit like, yeah, she don't know what she doing. We gonna take the kid. So then Blueface was coming at her talking about, we gonna take your kid, we gonna take your kid. That's I think that's why she did the music video intentionally, because he was doing that. So she was trying to clear the gap between them two. So after the picture came out, there was another video of her talking, and she had a breakdown saying like how she doesn't know what she's doing, and how she's a first time mother, and how like she doesn't know. And no. So after the picture came out, there was more shit coming out of people peeping what she was doing with the baby. So another thing she was doing, she had the baby in the studio while they're recording with loud ass music playing. If you remember how it was when she was singing It's a Vibe in the studio all the time, in the studio, that shit was loud. That was, I think, about this how loud it was almost when the infant was there. So, and niggas was smoking and everything. It was just too much for you to have an infant in. And so that's another thing people coming at her for, and for like not like preparing for. And so she was getting a lot of like a lot of hate for being like not doing the proper mom things, and like fucking up on it all the time. And so people were just coming at her, and so the big so people was just coming at her, and so the biggest thing that recently happened that turned my, oh my god, this bitch, thing that changed my mind from here we go again with this bitch, was coming at her for like, oh, you're bad, you're terrible. She went live and she was like she was crying. She had a breakdown, and she was like I don't know what I'm doing. This is my first time being a mother. I don't know. And like everybody was just coming at her, and I felt bad because I was like I feel like there's two types of first moms. You have the first mom that's like overprotective immediately, like mama bear immediately. You know, you got everything prepared, all of that. You know, and then I feel like you have the first moms that have like, what the fuck, what is a baby? You know, like what is that? What is a diaper? What, you know? Ew. So I feel like she was the second one where she was gonna have like the first mom. You're gonna have a rocky first few months because like, come on now, though, like, come on, what do you expect? Your whole body is changing. You're going through a whirlwind of emotions, and she was going through some shit. So like, let's cut her some slack. I feel like, and yeah, I mean, like, it's a kid's life, like, in her hands, but at the same time, like, it's her mother. You know, I mean, it's her kid. So like, let's cut her some slack because I mean, like, come on now, like, do you, like, come on, let's be honest, like, do you don't be doing some of the shit she be doing? I be seeing niggas carrying a kid get fall, hit his head on shit just ain't properly saved. I saw a kid smoking a blunt, smoking a joint, a fatter wood than me. I don't even smoke wood. I smoke joints. This nigga was smoking a wood. What the fuck is you doing with that? Yeah. So it's just like, cut sis some slack. So then after that happened, Blueface went on a whole tangent on Twitter about how you lost it because she's an infant mom, and shit went left. Shit didn't go right. Shit took a hard turn left. Blueface exposed his own infant son. So if you haven't seen, I don't know how you haven't seen this everywhere and anywhere. If you haven't seen, Blueface posted a picture of his son Wiener on social media because turns out his son has a hernia on, I'm not gonna get that deeply into it. It's not even that deep. The child has a hernia, okay? And Blueface posted the hernia, which just happens to be the child's genitals. He posted his own kid's nudes on Twitter because he's mad at his baby mama because his baby mama didn't want to change her son's name, even though he didn't want that kid and said it wasn't his in the very beginning of this child being like brought, like being thought of, you know, like the fact. So that picture got immediately deleted, and everyone is just like, you know, side eyeing the hell out of this nigga, virtually, literally, probably right now, because everybody's like, CPS caught that shit. CPS saw that shit. Everybody's like, we ain't gonna let that slide. You ain't getting that baby no more. Probably gonna get your kids taken because, what? And if y'all look how Blueface parent, it is very interesting. Very, very, very interesting parenting skills he has. And I mean, like, what do you expect? You know, you see how he acts around his women. So how do you expect him to act around his women? How do you expect him to act around his kids? And another thing, Krishan went on after Krishan saw he did that. She said she was done, and she exposed him hard. And you don't even want to. You don't understand half of the shit this woman said. One of the things she said she thinks he's gay. He may be on a down low. And some dudes have been posting him on a down low, and we've been knew that. We've been knew that ever since he beat the fuck out of her for taking his phone. I'm pretty sure we all knew that shit. I knew that shit. Like, come on now. Half of the niggas, like, we know. It's okay. Have you not seen P Valley? Little murder in this bitch. You know? Like, come on, let's stop playing. It's not that deep no more. We don't give a fuck. You know, it's you guys. It's you guys that's hurting you guys about that. But yeah, so go check that out. I mean, like, go literally open your TikTok account and just put in Krishana Blue feed, and I'm pretty sure you'll find it. But I feel like we should move on because this has been taking up a lot. So yeah, let's talk about, is this a red flag? Is this a red flag if she asks to pay? Is it a red flag if she asks you to pay for dinner? It's not. I'm gonna say it immediately. It's not. Wait, no, it's not a red flag. It's not a red flag. And you may be like, yes, it is. Yes, it is. All the guys out there that don't like paying for dinner are gonna be like, yes, it is a red flag. Or some women out there be like, yes, it is a red flag. I don't care what you think. It's my show, my opinion. I don't I don't think it is a red flag because let's be honest. Let's think about where we came from through the time period, because we all heard of a thing called chivalry, right? Right? And you remember, chivalry is a thing. And I was gladly, thank you, X, even though fuck you, bitch, but thank you because he reminded me of what chivalry was and is. And I appreciate that every day because it's like, I became a badder bitch and I know what I like now. That's all. It's fuck niggas getting money out here, you know? Because I know exactly what I want and I know what I'm looking for. And I know you niggas can't provide that shit. And I'm not looking for it right now. So don't even try. But I feel like people forget chivalry was a thing and how things are properly done when it comes to getting in a relationship with someone, being committed to someone. The man would ask the woman, no, actually, the man would ask the woman's parents if he can take her out. Okay? He would take her out. They'll like get to know each other. If she is feeling him, I feel like he would like treat her because dudes paid a downy. Is it called a downy? To marry someone, okay? You can't just like be going around thinking, oh, I'm gonna take this bitch out, pew 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 pew, you know, fuck this bitch, get money type shit. No, they did not do that back then. No, she actually treated the woman right, even though some of them hoes cheated, but they still had chivalry. I feel like. I feel like some people forget chivalry is a thing because that shit was done a long ass time ago, and that shit was done. I feel like people forget chivalry is a thing because nobody really does it no more. Our way of dating is so fucking weird. Like, we play a game of cat and mouse almost to the point where now I feel like guys are playing a game of cat and mouse more so than the women. Because usually I feel like the women had the cards in their hand when it came to dating guys. But now I feel like low key the guys have a little bit of the cards in their hands because they're getting in the game and playing with these hoes' delusions. And these hoes' delusions are overpowering them and they letting these niggas play them. But chivalry was a thing, and I don't think it's a red flag because originally guys were meant to pay for dinner. Originally, guys were meant to take care of their woman and like support them so she can raise her kids, you know? Like, women was to stay in the house and a man was to make the money. So originally that's how it was. And I'm not saying that's what women want when they ask you to pay for dinner, but I'm saying that's how it was. And just because women are like changing and don't want to stay at home and don't want to do that, and men want to stay at home, just because things are changing, I don't feel like the process of getting to that point should change almost, like, not fully, because I feel like there's nothing. And you may be like, oh, you just saying that because you feel like this and this and this. No, it's not like that. I'm actually willing to pay half. You can ask previous dudes, and I'm a bitch that's like willing to pay half. I give money. I'm not no broke bitch. Okay? I'm not no broke bitch. I feel like relationships should be 50-50. And I still feel like my man should pay for my food. But if my man gonna be like some Ayo, like he can tell me and be like some, if there's a serious issue with him paying for dinner, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll split it because there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not gonna think you less of a man if you don't pay for dinner. But I feel like you're less of a man and you can't tell me why. And if you have a shitty reason behind it, or if you have an ulterior motive behind paying for dinner, I feel like that's where I don't feel like you're a man. Because you can't be upfront with me about it. It's like, I feel like you're being sneaky. So I don't think that's very, like, manly of you. Because if you go man, stay on your word, you know? Isn't like the man thing to do is to stand by your shit. So if she asks you to pay for dinner and you got a problem with it and you feel like, oh, why can't you do it? You know, or like, why you coming at me? I thought you like be like, if you want to be a nigga, and especially if this a bad bitch, I don't give a fuck if you gonna get her pants or not. Either way, if this is a bad bitch and you want this bitch, no matter like sexually anything, this bitch gotta be treated how badly she is. I feel like that's what niggas aren't understanding, and I feel like that's where like the lines are blurring, because niggas is out here thinking like, oh, she want my money, she want my money, oh, she want my money, she want my money, all of this and that. And I feel like, okay, and look at the bitch, is she not worth your money? Because this is a bad bitch right here. I feel like this bitch got goals, aspirations, you know, like inspirations, and like, this is a bad bitch. She look good, she do her hair, she take good, she got good hygiene, this is a beautiful woman. Like, this take my arm, don't let go, you know, support me. Look how bad she is. I feel like they should be treated how badly you feel like they is. Like, if you really want this woman around your arms, treat her like the bride she is. And if she a real bad bitch, if she a real woman, she gonna treat you how you treat her. So I feel like sometimes you just gotta be upfront when it comes to stuff like that. I feel like I don't even care if it's a first date. It's just like be honest about it. I don't feel like there's anything wrong with it. And if she come at you sideways for being like, oh, I don't got enough money, then don't be with that bitch, because that bitch is a gold digger. Run, just run. Obviously, like, I feel like in certain situations it is a red flag, but I feel like if she genuinely like, hey, can you pay for dinner? Like, I don't even feel like it should be asked. It shouldn't be asked. It should be taken for it. If you can't pay for it, then say something. But you should immediately grab that check, because that just proves like, oh, like, damn, okay. I promise you, every time you grab a check, the woman like she grows respect for you, because it's just like, okay, I'm with a man. I'm with a man. I'm not with a boy. I'm with a man. And this man know what he doing. He know how to play the game. And then that makes that bitch like I got you. And that's how you find out if you got a real woman or not. You can always, I feel like, from the first dates, especially, I feel like men keep an eye out. I feel like for the men out there, this is my self-love time. Ooh, let's get into it, because we gotta love ourselves. And I feel like this podcast has been going, I feel like this episode has been going on for a little bit of a minute. So let's get into the self-love, and then, yeah. So let's get into the self-love, though. Don't be afraid of being afraid. Sometimes the one thing you need for growth is the one thing you are most afraid to do. Did you feel that? Because I felt it. And I feel like to me, that's like when, wait, I feel like sometimes if that hits you, I feel like it hit me, because like, I don't want to keep talking about it, but it's like it's happening. So like, this is my life. So it's like, let me talk about it. So I feel like that is really triggering for me. I feel like it's in those moments where you want change, and you're too scared to do it. So your inner self takes over and like does it sneakily for you, and it like fucks up your whole shit, when you could have just really did it the right way. And you're like, Mary, what do you mean? What do you mean? I mean, like, when you're in a relationship and you want to get out of it because you want to move on to better things, but you also do love this person still, and you don't want to leave them and hurt them. So what you do is you make them break up with you by doing God knows what. There are multiple ways to do that, and I'm not going to get into that. But like, yeah, by doing stuff like that. Or like, if you want to quit a job, but you don't want to leave because you don't want to lose your income, because you don't know what to do, but you don't want to be there no more. So like, you get yourself fired instead of just like putting your 2 weeks and doing it properly, like me. But yeah, so I feel like that's what this like means. And I feel like even though you're scared, life is still life, and it's gonna move no matter what you do. Because usually I honestly feel like if you really put it out there, it's gonna happen. And so if you put in your mind, because I'm not saying like, oh, the universe is gonna do it. No, you're gonna do it, because you have these thoughts. These thoughts originate with yourself. And when you put it out there and say it out loud, you're like, the little villain inside you's like, I could do that for you. So you do it unintentionally, but you're doing it intentionally. It's like your inner self is like your inner demon is like, I'm gonna just gonna make this bitch lay a little bit. I'm gonna tell this bitch to take a nap. Like that little inner demon is whispering. You're like, ayo, just be late for work. It's okay. Fuck that job. Fuck that job. So I just feel like that's what happens. But if you take charge of it and you go in head first and you do it yourself intentionally and right, and not try to find a backdoor way out and have someone do it for you, I feel like that would change it by like a milestone. Because like, let's be honest, everything is scary. It's always scary to do shit, but I feel like once you cross that bridge, you feel so much better after. Like, that shit was easy as fuck. Like, when you're scared to go on a roller coaster and you get on one, and you actually genuinely enjoy it, like, wow, that was actually fun. Wow, what was I sad about? Or like, when you first plane dive, jump out of a plane. I feel like people that jump out of a plane genuinely enjoy it after, and they're like, what was I so scared for? Like, they know why I was scared, but they were like, that was so worth it at the end of the day. So I feel like that's what that was talking about. So if that reached you, I hope you reflect and figure out what change you are trying to do that you were going to do the wrong way, but now you decide to do it the right way after you heard my sexy voice tell you how to do it the right way. So I hope that like resonated with you, and I hope you'll take that. And also, again, guys, you can find these. They're in the link of all my videos now. They're not in the link of the first couple videos, but now they should be. For this and moving forward until I'm done with these, should be in the link in the future. Yeah, I just want to say that because somebody gonna be like, "Oh my god, where are you getting these? You stole it." No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I was a little late to put them in, but they're in there now. Okay? They're beautiful quotes. Beautiful. They're not really called self-love. That's me. That's all me though. But because we love ourselves. And for this, like another little thing I want to say, if you're watching this, you are beautiful. You are kind. You are smart. You are excellent. You are magnificent. Okay? Remember that. But I don't have no movie or show anything to talk about because I'm gonna say that for later because I'm wrapping up on a couple things and I gotta like process them first. And I gotta remember them too because I'm a webtoons kind of girl. I don't know if you guys know what a webtoons is. There is people that know what a webtoon is. I'm a webtoons, a tappy tunes, a tappa kind of girl. You know, I like my little stories, you know, so it's just like I forget to like watch TV because these stories be busting way more. That sounded weird. I don't know if that sounded right, but I meant it. So I think I'm gonna wrap that up here. I hope you guys have a beautiful day or a beautiful night. I hope you have a well rested night or a beautiful sunrise, you know? Go check out my YouTube, my Instagram, my TikTok. I am anywhere and everywhere. You can listen to me anywhere and everywhere. You can listen to me anywhere and everywhere around the world. I think. I'm not sure how far this video like gets to the globe, but if it gets everywhere, what's up, my dude? This is a worldwide. You know, everybody can understand what this means. Please, you know. I hope you have a good day. That is in episode 10. Goodbye, guys.